I want to give you an Inside the Ministry update from our desk here at the Global Prayer Center, located in the International School of the Word. First of all, I want to thank each of you for praying for me. We have received, the ministry has received emails, Pam has received Facebook notices, and also texts and calls from friends for praying for the family and praying for me during this season. God has helped us. I put on the internet a letter, actually several pages that many of you read, those of you that are Strike Force partners, and it told you about the physical condition that I had found myself in and just a number of other situations. And so the Lord allowed some things to happen to get my attention, that if I wanted to live longer and run the last part of this race effectively, to pull aside and realign myself physically, emotionally, spiritually. And I have been having a time in the Lord. It's been the most difficult time of my life in some ways, but it's been one of the greatest times of my life in some ways. I have been able to spend so much time with Pam, and it has been a joy. I can't tell you how happy we have been to be able to go places and share our time together, go out and eat together, which we were so busy going, homeschooling and me traveling, that we just have missed that time. The family has been doing well. The grandbabies are growing and doing well. And we're just excited about what the Lord has planned. We do want to just tell you that I have taken and I have an accountability board of men that I said I want to be accountable to you in every area of my life. You tell me when you think I'm ready. I will share with you my physically and emotionally and spiritually and everything that's happening in my life. The Lord really spoke to me, and I was able to put together, it's now being edited, a book called The Final Ciphers, and it will be the major prophetic book for this year, and it'll be released probably in the month of October, and I want you to be looking for that. I had an absolute revelation about the coronavirus that I've never heard anybody, whether it's YouTube or the news, talk about. And I want to share it with you in the book. And again, please don't call the office because it's being edited by an editor now, and it won't be available till October. I will probably be returning to pulpit ministry somewhere around the end of October, and more than likely we'll do the first message at Omega Center International, which is what we call it, OCI. It's now the Ramp Cleveland. And we will be sharing with you, and you'll be hearing more about that, the transition of how God spoke to me very clearly to turn that facility over to Karen Wheaton for the Ramp Cleveland. We had talked about doing something 10 years ago, actually longer than that, almost 14 years ago here in Cleveland. And won't go into all that, it would be too long, but we're excited about the vision. Her and I and Judy Jacobs and just a whole team are teaming up to see the end time revival that's going to come. Now remember, with everything that's going on, that many times the enemy moves first, but God always comes in the end and wins. So just a couple updates for you. Continue to keep up with us. In the month of August, I'll post a little bit more. My accountability team is saying it's all right for me to post a little bit more occasionally on Facebook. Partners, I will be doing some of our videos at the end of each month like we normally do. We do have a partners director, since this is Inside the Ministry. Tiffany has two baby girls. We have two baby girls. It's kind of odd, born about the same time, grandbabies, through Katie. But Tiffany has two baby girls, and she's a great mother, and she did a great job for the partners director. Our new director was one of my very first secretaries here in Cleveland, Barb. And Barb is helping us now to take that position and really doing a great job. So those of you that need to talk to someone, you'll be talking to Barb Mitchell at Voice of Evangelism. And basically what I did was to relieve the stress that I was under, knowing I could not go back under the same level of stress and finish this race strong, is that we now have OCI under the Karen Wheaton Ramp Ministry. And I'm talking about OCI being the building. The OCI has always been the building. It's not been the ministry. It's simply been the building. And that's Ramp Cleveland. Dr. Cutshaw has now completely taken control and full leadership over the International School of the Word. I still do teaching here, etc. I will be doing World Prayer, hosting it in the next couple months again. and advancing the prayer center here every Thursday. And I will be going completely into the VOE, which is our global branch of ministry, and continuing to reach the nations of the world, which is what God's original assignment for me was as well. And of course, we will still be involved in the end time revival going out west, the rural revival. All these things have been put on hold because of the coronavirus. And Pam said, boy, Perry, you couldn't have picked a better time to just not plan on ministering and stepping aside than right now. And it's so true, the timing of this. So we want to thank you for your prayers and support, and God bless each of you as we continue to see in the days ahead the plans of God fulfilled.